I'm going to tell you, this is probably one of the most important things I've done on the boat so far. It could really save my life. I'll show you. I mean, the way that this boat is rockered, you see how this is pretty much level. I'm holding the camera level. The boat's got a pretty good camber on it. And, you know, it's real dangerous to have a boat like that, especially right here, because that's where you step up to get to the front of the boat. I've got the scars to prove it here. I mean, there's a big scar there, there's a big scar there. I killed it like 3 times on this thing, right here. So I'm getting ready to paint my decks non-skid. Let me show you how to do this. As you can see, I've taped off the boat. I've just left enough to get through, so I can step here, and I can step here, and I can step down here. Everything's been taped off to do most of the boat. And I'm just going to do from this section back. So we'll do it in 2 parts. Okay, here's my materials. What we got is gloves, stirring stick, container for the paint. This is to open the paint with, flathead screwdriver. This is called all grip. It's very expensive. Not sure if it has a price on here, but it's like 60 bucks a quart. And then this is also very expensive hardener. I'm sorry, that's a brush converter. This particular paint is really, really good paint. This is a pro that's used for airplanes. And then we're going to add some sharkskin. This is probably propylene beads to put on the top of the paint. That way it'll add a little texture to it, and it'll so you don't slip. It says to put it in the paint. I'm going to try to sprinkle it on the top and then paint over it again. Now the reason that you use polypropylene beads is because if you use sand, it's really, really hard to get off. If you need to do any repairs, it'll just chew through all your sandpaper because it's sand. It's hard. So yeah, that's my materials.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards, it's for a minute. I hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. You make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember.
Alright, this is a couple days later on the painting project. So this side's already done. If you can see, it's got a lot of grain and grit to it. So now this is all non-skid, and it's really, really rough. The rest of the non-skid on the whole boat is like this. It's so old that it's not rough anymore. It's real smooth. So actually I was slipping around on my bare feet, and I just come running down the boat. So if I start back here, I start running down the boat, I hit this point, boom, and I just slip. Or I step on this one, boom, and I slip off the boat and I fall on the dock. Not cool. So the way I did this is I took and I mixed up some paint and then painted the whole deck, you know, taped it off and painted it. And then after it was all painted, you know, I did it in sections. So like I did that section first with this one and this one. That way I had somewhere to walk, you know. But now it's the second phase, and I've got that section, that one there, a couple over there. And you can just go ahead and paint all of that, and the paint won't dry that fast. And then there's a lot of these anti-slip additive things, but this one is the one I like. I've tried the Interlux one and the Home Depot one, and the problem with anything that's not like polycarbonate based, anything that's silica based is going to be really hard to sand off. It's going to kill your sandpaper because it's the same stuff as your sandpaper. So you want to get something that's this is polypropylene polymer, so it'll sand off real easy, and it's big enough where it's got some grit to it, so it's got some teeth. If you're walking barefoot, you'll have some grip still, you know. So what I did was I just poured this stuff into my hand, you know, poured it into my hand, cut my hand, and then kind of sifted my hand over this. And it's pretty, I mean, you don't have to get this perfect. No one's ever gonna see if it's off by just a little bit. But once you have the finished product, this is all wet, and that's finished. I wish I could get you a better view, but hopefully you can see that. Yeah. So honestly, this is one of the most important things.
Little friends, South Seas, acknowledging, go to channel 68 over.
So I've already done these sections here. I've done this section. This is in the light, so maybe you can get a better view of how it looks. That's after. That's complete. This is dry. It's good to go. It looks good. It really feels good. So maybe now it won't be so dangerous. All right. Till next time.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it.